Hello everyone. I wanted to place this trigger warning in front of all of my videos for this series because it has to do with teen suicide and the attempt of suicide in general. If this is something that is triggering to you, please enjoy one of my other series. This one can get pretty heavy due to the content. So I do want you guys to be aware of that. I also want you guys to know that you are loved, you are enough, and you matter. If you are ever feeling that way, in a suicidal way or depressed or something like that, please get out there and get help. It's not about pride. To just put that, you've got to put that away. If you are having a rough time, talk to somebody, talk to family, talk to a friend, talk to just a random stranger at the bus stop or something. You know, sometimes it's easier to get off your chest what you're feeling with someone you don't even know compared to someone that's family or friends, just because you don't have to worry about how they're going to think about you or anything like that. You gotta get those feelings out. I've got a couple of numbers here for those that may feel the way that they might be feeling. The purpose of this entire series is to bring awareness to teen suicide and suicide in general. So I do want to give you guys a couple of numbers. The first one, it's pretty simple. It's only 3 numbers. Call 988. If you feel that your needs won't be met from a regular hotline because you might be a member of the LGBTQ plus community, another number that you can call is 866-488-7386. Stay safe, love each other, and help those in need. The world is better with you in it. Thank you. Now enjoy the episode. Welcome back, everyone. Today we will be reading Chapter 9. So let's get into it. Chapter 9. For a long, long time, until my headache stopped enough for me to move without wanting to hurl, I hung around the front of the palace. Just sat on one of the benches and held my memory book and thought. Big Larry went by once, and I managed to smile at him, even if I wanted to throw up all over again. He didn't seem to notice. I wondered if Big Larry needed a memory book, but I didn't want to ask him. It was nearly dark before I called the cab. I only did it then because Miki Shansu, a residential director, handed me her personal phone and made me do it. I bothered her, just like Big Larry bothered me. That much I understood now. I just didn't like it. The cab driver stared at me when I got in. I bothered him too. Big Larry and we probably bothered everybody. All the way home, I kept hearing pieces of my conversation with Mama Rush and having that weird hallucination of somebody yelling at me. I was pretty sure it was a girl. You're so self-centered. I bet you think I'm mad at you. It wouldn't stop. Even when I wrote the sentence down in my book, I wrote it down 5 times. Then I filled up a whole page. If I was self-centered before I shot myself, people would have been mad at me and they would have yelled like that. Mama Rush said I got stuck on doing too much and doing it better than everybody else. So maybe my life sucked because I was selfish and nobody liked me. Todd had stopped talking to me, so maybe other people had stopped talking to me too. Maybe I was totally selfish and all stuck on doing too much and being better than everyone. Maybe that's why Mom didn't seem to like me much anymore either. I hurt her feelings a lot, being selfish. And the way she looked at me now, the tightness in my throat just wouldn't go away, and my headache blasted along big time. The way Mom looked at me now, it was a lot like I looked at Big Larry. Frankenstein scary. I slammed my book closed and tried to hold the words inside. When the cab driver let me out, I handed him all the rest of my money, and I tried not to care if he stared at me or if he thought I was a Big Larry if I paid him too much. I didn't want to be selfish. And sock or no sock, I was going to try to do what the therapist taught me and try harder to focus and shut up. As I walked up the driveway and stumbled up the porch steps, rubbing my aching head, I felt more determined than ever. Somehow I was going to keep my mouth closed. Focus. The front door bounced off the doorstep when I opened it, and I frowned. Selfish. I didn't focus. I pushed it too hard. I should have thought about what kind of noise that would make. If Mom and Dad were home and reading or talking or something, that noise might have scared them. Jersey! Mom came running out of the kitchen. She grabbed me and hugged me, then pushed me back and shook me. That made my brain hurt. I dropped my book and my eyes got squinty from the pain. Where have you been? Mom gave me another shake. It's dark. You should have been back hours ago. Dad came up beside her, and the two of them stood there staring at me. Mom's eyes were red and teary. Dad's face was stony and way too calm. I realized I was opening and closing my mouth. Nothing came out. Concrete. My headache doubled, tripled, got so bad so fast I couldn't really see straight. I barely could keep my eyes open. I wanted to apologize for not trying harder since I got out of Carter. I wanted to apologize for the door noise. That was selfish. Staying gone too long to think was selfish too, but I wasn't sure how. What could I say that wouldn't be stupid? How could I say anything without saying too much? Selfish. Jersey. Mom squeezed my shoulders. Are you going to answer me? I'm sorry. My fist clenched. My scars ached. Stupid. Selfish. Mom let me go. I kept trying to speak as she backed away like I had wanted to back away from Big Larry. Sonia. Dad's warning voice punched through my headache, but it didn't break up the concrete. Damn it, I'm just trying to help. Mom's sharp tone drove more nails into my brain. What am I supposed to do? Give him a little space. Let him get his bearings. It got quiet and cold all of a sudden, like an ice wind blew through the house. When I focused my eyes and squinted up at Dad, I realized Mom was gone. She left with the ice wind. Before I said or did anything else stupid or selfish, I picked up my book and headed for the stairs. Ice wind. I shivered. My feet felt like weights as I moved them up, one at a time. Good boy, bad boy. 1, 2, 3. Stop talking nonsense. You're so self-centered, I bet you think I'm mad at you. Ice wind. The hall seemed long, but I made it to my bedroom door, made it inside. You're back. JB's voice smacked me cold in the face, like a whole new ice wind. Frowning, I covered my ears to shut him out, but that was no use. He got even louder. Selfish. You look upset, Frankenstein. Why don't you call somebody and talk about how upset you are? Oh, wait. He laughed, and it felt like acid. You can't call anybody. There isn't anybody to call. I closed the door and managed not to slam it. Can't call anybody. Not even a counselor. Not for 6 months. My bed sagged under me as I sat down hard. Not a single person to call. There was Lisa, but she was always busy, and I didn't want to bug her and make her stop talking to me. Mama Rush was probably in bed, and none of my old friends had come to see me in the hospital. None of my old friends wanted to talk to me. The friends at Carter were gone or busy with Carter stuff. Maybe I didn't have any old friends. Maybe they had all left before the Big Bang, just like Todd. Maybe I didn't have any new friends left at Carter either. 'Cause you were selfish. Selfish before, selfish after. If I could have found JB in my head and wrapped my hands around his neck, I would have. I would have choked him and shook him as hard as I bet Mom wanted to shake me. What was wrong with me? I couldn't shut up when I needed to be quiet, and I couldn't talk when I had something to say. Just a brain-damaged turtle. Just a broken, glued-together ashtray with holes burned in the sides. And my head hurt way, way bad. Can you calm down? I put my book beside me on the bed, then put my face in my hands. You're so self-centered. I bet you think I'm mad at you. Someone was touching me, hugging me, holding me, asking if I was okay. It was all I could do to pay attention. Dad, in my room. He was stroking my head. His hand was all shaky. Don't want you to put yourself under too much pressure. Get too upset. He switched on the bedside table lamp, and I yelped as the light pierced my eyes. I'm sorry, is your head hurting? Should I get you some aspirin? Dad was gone before I could answer. Time didn't seem to be moving. At least JB wasn't talking anymore. He'd said enough, hadn't he? When Dad came back with aspirin, water, and a really nervous expression, I asked him to get my hand brace and my foot brace out of the closet. He helped me put them on, and he kept looking all jumpy and twitchy. As my fingers tried to curl against the hard plastic and my ankle throbbed from being straight, my broken brain flashed back to Big Larry, making his loops around and around the patio. He bothered you, didn't he, Jersey? Only I wasn't really bothered. Mama Rush had been right about that. I was scared of Big Larry, scared of what he would do, like Dad was scared of me getting too upset. Frankenstein scary. You think... My voice cracked. Shh. Dad sat down beside me and kept an arm around my shoulders as I took a drink of the water he had brought me. He offered me the aspirin and I took them too. Another drink and my throat unlocked a little. You think I'm Big Larry? I said. Dad stared at me. I sighed. No, wait. Not Big Larry. Frankenstein. Not Frankenstein. But you think... It's okay. You don't have to try to talk. Dad hugged me a little closer. I just want to be sure you're okay. You think you want to be sure that I won't break down like Big Larry. That I won't break down, Break down again, I wanted to say. Go off and do something stupid or turn purple and explode with tears, or worse. Dad's stunned expression and fast blinking gave him away. He thought if I got too upset, I'd crack. Only he wasn't afraid I'd drive my scooter too fast and blubber a lot. He was scared I'd hurt myself like I did before. I needed to tell him I understood that, or ask him if that's what he thought for sure, or ask him if he thought I was selfish. All I could do was drink the rest of the water, put the glass down, and say, I won't. I said that over and over. Dad just hugged me and blinked even faster. Mom never came to my room. That's it for today. We'll see you guys next week with Chapter 10.